Welcome to our session on marketing strategies. You know, the easiest thing to market is excellence. When you are exceptional at what you do, then your profitability goes up and the cost to create that opportunity goes down. So my first suggestion when it comes to marketing is be so good the world can't ignore you. Now let's take a look at the differences between prospecting and marketing. Now, the one thing they have in common is time. It's really a question about time. Let me give you an example. If you have money in real estate, you probably don't have any time, meaning you've built a really successful real estate practice and you're busy. But if you have time in real estate, you're probably just getting started and you don't have any money. So it's not like you can take a lot of money to build out your brand or your resources. So what do you do in a case like this? So in the case, my first suggestion is that you want to be good at prospecting. In fact, I think everybody needs to learn how to prospect before they market. Everybody needs to learn how to sell before they market. And most of the time, most salespeople don't want to do this. When they get into the industry, they want to do marketing because they don't like the uncomfortable feeling of that goes along with the rejection when somebody says no, when you're knocking on somebody's door or you're calling them. So they like the idea of marketing. It's less intimidating and it feels nice. But the problem is number one problem is most people who come into real estate don't have bags and bags of money that they can market for a year or 18 months to build up a strong enough brand that people start to reach out and connect with them. And so they make excuses and they get involved in marketing, but what they really need to do is learn how to sell. And I'll tell you another reason why. Even if you could put really great marketing materials into the universe, I mean, you could afford to do it. When the phone rings or the text message comes in or the email comes in, would you have the selling skills to be able to convert the conversation? And I'd probably say 99 times out of 100, the answer is no. Often I find people will spend all kinds of money on online lead generation, but when the inquiry comes in, they don't have the ability to convert those conversations into actual appointments. Then they get really frustrated, like the system doesn't work, or I'm spending more money than I'm making. The reality here is they haven't learned one of the principles, the fundamentals, the core things that you got to know how to do, and that's how to sell. I was fortunate because I got into the business. I learned to sell first and then market second. Selling is really about going out and prospecting. You need to be able to prospect, and prospecting means hunting. It's searching. And I like that because first of all, that's what I learned to do when I got into the business. I picked up the phone and I called strangers in my community. I knocked on doors. I called FSBOs. I called expireds. I knocked on FSBOs doors and I knocked on expired doors. But I knew that if I had enough conversations that I would find some opportunity. So you got to have it in your mind that it's about searching or hunting. You got to have a hunter mentality to be a sales professional. On top of that, I like it because it's proactive. I don't have to wait for something to happen. For me to be able to get up and take charge of what I'm doing, and then at least I feel I'm responsible for the outcome. So there's a sense of satisfaction there that, I got into real estate to have control over my time and have control over my career. So this was one of the attributes that I found very exciting, interesting, and compelling, was that I had a choice. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know if we really have a choice, because I think you need to go out and find listings and you need to find opportunities. So it's proactive. I like that. It's a hunter mentality. I like that. And it's immediate. It's the fastest way I know to a commission check in the world of real estate, or in the world, period. And when it comes to real estate, is prospecting. And when I say that, think of it this way. If you were making calls this afternoon and you got an appointment for tonight, you listed the property tonight, and depending on how well your market's moving will depend on how quickly it sells. But assuming you price it properly and you do a great job on your presentation, you're probably 2 weeks, you're going to be having an offer come in on the property, 2 to 3 weeks. And then it's probably going to take another maximum 30 days to close. So you're really probably from start to finish 2 months away from collecting that commission check. So it's the fastest, quickest route I know to being able to be able to sell a house. And finally, it's inexpensive other than your time. Now, if you have time and you don't have money, then this is the perfect strategy for you to be involved in, because what you need to do is find somebody that wants to sell a piece of real estate. That's your primary purpose every day. Everything else we do is designed to support that activity. If you don't have the listings, then you don't have the buyers. And if you don't have the buyers or the listings, then I can assure you, you don't have the commission checks. Now, on the other side, marketing is usually saved in our industry for people who have got a really busy real estate practice. I mean, they've done all the things I'm talking to you about right now. They've gone out, they've done the job, they've created the opportunities, and they're so busy And they've done such a great job with people that they rely on their reputation, but now they have to use marketing to keep the whole system going, to keep the pipeline full of opportunities, because they're busy with listings, they're busy with sales, they're presenting offers, they're doing staging, they're getting houses ready for open houses. They're busy. What don't they have time to do is prospect. So what do they need to do? They need to spend part of their money that they're now generating on their marketing designed to attract people to them. But it's a whole lot easier to attract people to you when you do what I said in the very beginning, and that is develop a reputation of being exceptional at what you do. That's an easy message to market in a community that already recognizes you based on the quality of your work. So marketing is about attracting people. Prospecting is about hunting people. They're two different skills that they're basically designed to achieve the same objective. Marketing is passive, meaning we put something out there and we go back to the office and we wait for the world to call us. Now, I have to tell you, if you put out some postcards and somebody called you, that's what we refer to in the industry as a gift from God, because there's a whole lot more to building a successful marketing strategy in a niche market or in a geo farm than just putting out a few postcards. The good news is we're going to go through all of that in this session with you. So it's passive, meaning you got to wait for stuff to happen. And I don't know about you, but I'm not good with passive. I like to be in charge. I like to feel that I can get up every day and work real hard and have some sort of input to the outcome. And that's what prospecting does. It makes me feel like I'm doing my job. I'm out there doing something instead of sitting at the office having a cup of coffee waiting for my phone to ring or an email to come in. It's a long-term approach, marketing. You know, really for marketing to work, it's about building a brand that people recognize. And we're going to talk about the brand, and the brand basically in real estate is you, but we'll talk about that in a minute. It's a long-term approach. So, you know, you're going to pick a farm area, let's say, for instance, and it could take you somewhere between 9, 12, maybe 18 months before people recognize you as a household name, a local expert, somebody who does really great quality work, a reputation that people speak very highly of, and now that they're thinking about selling, they would want to talk to you. See, that takes time to do that. Not only does it take time, it takes money, it takes a plan, it takes strategy. The good news is we're going to give you lots of that in this session. And the other thing I want to bring to your attention is expensive. I mean, really great marketing requires copywriters and graphic designers, and you got to be thinking about, if it's print, what quality print stock paper are you going to be printing in? How many people will you be distributing, and how frequently will you be distributing it? All of that takes time, takes money, most of all. It's expensive to do it well. So my first suggestion is, let's build a business based on prospecting. Let's get up every day and make it a priority to put an hour of power on your calendar every day to go out and find new opportunities. And when you get so busy you don't have time to change your mind, then we're going to take some money aside, set some money aside, and I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to show you how much, but we'll set some money aside so that you can continue that success. While you're out with clients right now, your marketing pieces are supporting the reputation you've already developed in the community because you are so good at what you do.